Boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the Bears sideline, the head man, Ben Johnson. His guys are in the midst of a great run. Only one loss in their last 10 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. To get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Gabriel. And incomplete to open things up. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing now, Gabriel. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. In motion, the tight end. Gabriel from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw is Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
18 more yards. That's another Bears 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bears
play action. Now Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
A gain of 23 more yards. And the Bears
throwing is Williams. Over the middle, it's complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd.
To throw, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. to slither by. And it's a pretty good return here to get this up to the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
To the air, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now here come the Cowboys. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now Gabriel. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Pass caught by Burden. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 131 yards.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
20-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Here's Gabriel. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. You see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, well, look out.
Yeah, and you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Williams pass.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Back to throw, Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. From the 31, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Working out of the gun, Williams. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Williams going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Gabriel looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Gabriel. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To the air is Gabriel. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Williams. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Williams going to look to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And the Bears first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bears.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing now, Gabriel. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Back to throw. Gabriel. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Play action. Now it's Gabriel. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Looking to throw is Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is Week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our look around the NFL starts now. In Atlanta, the Falcons at home to take on the Bucs in an NFC South matchup. And it's Bijan Robinson. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the Jaguars quarterback. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Jags wind up taking this one by a touchdown. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Packers. And it's Jordan Love. He's going to do it himself, takes it into the end zone, 11-yard touchdown. The Packers find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
Chase Young on the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up second.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Williams.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Spears. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. Pressure, and he's taken down. Bears sack.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun here is Gabriel. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, she's going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air, Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Bears first down.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw, Williams.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise They certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing. You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 15.
Now Gabriel. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Shamar Turner. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt at 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Williams. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1.
Brings up second and a yard at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bears first down. A pickup of 2 yards.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Williams. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
16. A gain of 15 yards. Brings up
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Williams going to sneak it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A wall of bodies he's there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Gabriel. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Motion, motion, motion.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the option, here's Spears. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Shamar Turner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29.
It's a gain of 48 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jahad Campbell coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep them under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Gabriel. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Gabriel going to throw for it. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more.
And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
22 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
The ball carried by
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
1-yard gain.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Another carry for the
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And 6.
Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Right back to Spears. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out.